Hey you guys, namaste, this is me Diara. Welcome to a new reading, and this is a new idea and also somehow a suggestion from someone of my subscribers. Someone asked me to do a reading about Corona, and she said that, hey, a lot of people out there are right now very confused and they don't know what to do. And she asked me that if I would feel that this question resonates with me, she wanted me to do a reading about it, okay? And I must say that, first of all, thank you for the suggestion. And yes, somehow it resonates with me. But still, I want to open up this reading a little bit, okay? Yes, I know there is this massive Corona thing going on worldwide, and we are all in the same boat and we are all more or less affected by it. But still, it's not only just Corona that's going on, okay? I mean, there are still a lot of other issues to deal with in your private life, but also generally spoken. I mean, the world has a lot of problems, and it's definitely not only Corona. So I want to open up this question a little bit. So this is a multiple use oracle, so to say, okay? It's a oracle that's you can use in your own ways and terms, okay? So whether this is about the Corona situation, or this is probably about you and a friend having a fight, maybe this is about you and your twin flame being in separation, or this is about your job in general and which way you should go. This can be about your spiritual path, okay? I'm a big fan of open readings. So me personally, I am a big fan of personal readings because, you know, this is a general reading and I read for a lot of people out there, and everyone out there who's listening now or maybe tomorrow or in a year from now, everyone is in a different situation, right? Every one of you, everyone is in a different situation. So just you take what resonates, choose your pile, okay? And you know your issue, you know your topic, right? You know where you're at, and you know what you want to know, okay? You came here for a reason. There are no coincidences, okay? And whatever your issue is, whatever your problem is, whether it is with another person or with you in general, okay? This is my guidance to you, and I'm trying to let you know here, with the help of spirit and the cards, what should you do? Okay, so the headline is your issue, and then what should you do about it? How to solve your issue, your problem, okay? Whether this is about love or anything else. So having said that, let's get started, okay? I hope this whole reading makes sense to you, you know, like the idea of this reading. I think this is a beautiful idea. Thank you very much once again for the suggestion. And let's get started, okay? So this is going to be pile number 1. No numbers and no symbols on top. I want you to choose just from your intuition. I know that some of you guys do have severe problems making a choice without symbols or numbers, but this is your first duty here, okay? This is the first exercise. Calm down, close your eyes, relax, press the pause button, and try to get in tune with this reading, okay? This is all based on energy. So this is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. You will find, as always, all the timestamps down below. This is about you, nobody else but you, and this is spiritual guidance about what should you do right now. So pile number 1. Let me start by telling you what should you not do. Sometimes it's good to know what not to do in order to find out what you should do. Okay, so this card is asking you, or letting you know that what you should not do is getting lost in drama. Okay, this card says no more drama. Get out of the drama. Okay, try to surround yourself a little bit more with positive people. Okay, positive input as well. Yeah, positive conversations and books and readings, and I don't know, whenever you turn on the TV, make sure that it's something positive, something helpful. No more drama, okay? Maybe you got lost in a spiral, okay, that's leading you downwards, so to say. I'm hearing that you kind of got lost here along the way. And if you want to go out of your situation, which is causing pain, obviously, and this is the reason why you came to this reading, a very special reading, they want you to know that, hey, you have to get out of the drama, okay? Stop over-dramatizing stuff, stop gossiping, yeah? Stop talking bad about others, right? Stop creating a problem where there is none. Okay, you know what I mean? So stop dramatizing the situation. This is, first of all, what you should do, okay? So, and what should you do then? So we have the card Surrender, Milk and Honey, yeah, which is the opposite, right? The opposite of drama is Milk and Honey, right? Where everything is very dark and depressed, here you see the light, you see the rainbow, you know, like you see the joy, you know, the treasure here with the Milk and Honey card. So this is what you should do. Focus on the light, focus on the rainbow, focus on the solution and not so much only on the problem, because a lot of people, they are focused only on the problem, okay? This is not right and this is not okay and I don't want that. You know what I mean? Focus on what you want and create it. You can manifest, right? You are a creator, everyone is. Okay, and it's your choice. Are you focused on the negative side? You know, are you only dealing with your demons and devils, or are you starting to focus on the light and all the angels that are surrounding you? Surrender, right? Surrender. Let that shit go, you know? Let it go. Yeah, and here you go. Stay positive. I told you. What should you do to get out of your drama, to get out of your situation, whether this is about friendship, whether this is about love? Stay positive and stop dramatizing the whole thing. It could be that a lot of you guys are dealing with a third-party situation. So it could be that a lot of you guys who've chosen number one are in a three-party situation in whatsoever way, maybe also a four-party situation. Get out of it. Easy as that. Get out of it. Okay, get out of it. As long as you choose to stay in this situation, there will always be drama, there will always be pain, there will always be disappointment, there will always be, you know, a lack of something, you know, but you choose, right? Life is based on free will, which is a tricky thing. Right? A lot of people have a problem when others do say that, hey, it's all based on free will. I'm not saying that everything is based on free will. Okay, so I'm not such a big fan of that expression. I am personally not believing that everything is based on free will, but a lot of stuff is based on free will. And you can rewrite your story. You can do it to a certain amount, okay? I mean, if you are, let's just say, maybe you are handicapped, and you need a wheelchair, right? Because there has been some issue with your legs, and or maybe you were born like that and you are not able to walk, you know what I mean? Then probably only a miracle can help you. You know, so this is not only based on free will. Sometimes we need medicine, sometimes we need therapy, sometimes we need other people's, you know, like, and they have to help to make it happen. And definitely, even if you try to make it happen at all costs, still, some things are simply not meant to be. Like, example, giving this wheelchair story. But still, what you make out of it, and now that is the difference. What you make out of it, this is based on free will, right? You choose whether you create a drama out of it and whether you stay in the drama, or whether you prefer to step out of it. I mean, sometimes we need the drama, right? Sometimes it's good to create a little drama. Sometimes it's good to gossip, right? I mean, let's be honest, you guys. Sometimes we just need that, right? It brings friends very close together. If you have a common enemy, so to say, you know, like if you have a girl or someone else that you can talk bad about, sometimes you just need that, right? It's just an expression of feelings and dislikes and stuff like that. And it's also always vice versa. I mean, you know, like the way that you talk about other people, people will talk about you as well, right? Whether you want it or not. I mean, it happens to everyone. You can't help it. Let's just be honest. Let's just face it, right? But I mean, still there's a little difference. And you know what I mean, right? It's a different whether you do talk about every person in a very bad and malicious way, or whether you sometimes, you know, like, catch yourself thinking a little bit bad stuff about others, right? There's a little difference between these two things. And I think you know what I mean. So spiritual advice to you today is get out of the drama. And in terms of Corona, if you feel like, oh God, this whole Corona thing is really putting me down and I don't have any exit strategy, you know, like I'm afraid that I will lose my job and I will never have enough money anymore, you know, and stop it. Stop that kind of thinking. Stop that kind of thinking and stay positive, okay? Pile number one, people. Stay positive and also retreat from other people who are creating a drama about this whole Corona crisis. Yes, it's a crisis. Yes, it's a pandemic. And it's a very sad thing that a lot of people do die due to this illness, right? I mean, we don't have to discuss that part, right? It's a negative thing going on. And yes, it is affecting us, but try nevertheless, as difficult as it is probably, stay positive nevertheless, okay? Stay positive and focus on the light. Work with light. Okay, work with light and treat yourself in a good way as well. Okay, take a bath, right? Take a walk. I don't know, you know, like eat good food, read good books. You know what I said? Nourish yourself with positivity in every way possible. Okay, and this is what will solve your problem. That way you can solve your problem. Instead of making it bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? So, having said this, let's move on, you guys, to pile number two. Okay, pile number two, people, your issue, your problem, no matter what this is all about, love, job, Corona, your spirituality, I don't know, you know, your money, your career, your studies. Let's just see, what should you do? What should you do? What is Spirit's advice to you right now? What should you do? You have a certain problem, you know, like you have things to deal with, you have questions, and what is Spirit's advice to you today? So first of all, we will see what should you not do, okay? Because sometimes it definitely makes sense to first of all cut out everything that you should not do, okay? So what should you not do in terms of your problem? Yeah. This is the card that speaks about the inner child and the lost childhood. This card here, you see this guy carrying his emotional bag, you know, probably still being sorry about the past and what happened in the past, you know, like everything that happened with your parents, everything that happened while you have been a little child and you were not really able to cope with it probably in a proper way. So I'm hearing that you should drop your emotional baggage, okay? Do no longer, you know, like think that other people are guilty. You know, like you carry your own stuff and it's your decision whether you keep on carrying your baggage or not. I know this is probably tough. This is probably really a lot to say, you know, like, hey, take off the bag and everything is good. Maybe everything is not good, but it is a first step, okay? The first step is to understand that you can't change the past anymore, right? You can't change the past anymore. What you can change probably is the present and the future, but you can't change the past. So don't cry over spilled milk. It's not helping you and it's not making things different, right? The past is the past. You can't change it. It's a sad truth, but at least it's the truth, right? And as long as you are, carrying this emotional bag with your inner child and all the sorrows and all the pain from the past, and like feeling that other people are guilty and stuff like that, it's not helping you. You probably think it's helping you, and probably you need also a way, like to deal with the whole thing. And yes, of course you need a way, but it's not the right way to, like to say that, hey, my dad is guilty and it's my dad's fault or my mom's fault that I'm like this or that. Okay, this is probably something that you can do for a while, but sooner or later, you have to become responsible for yourself. You have to grow up, okay? You have to mature. And being an adult and dealing with issues in a mature way is definitely including taking over the responsibility. So, now let's see, apart from this point here, what should you do? What is Spirit's advice to you? Okay, first of all, Spirit is letting you know that big happy changes are about to come. Okay, so there is definitely a positive change on its way. You probably can't see it, right? But it's coming, okay? It's coming. And even though you feel like you are just in the middle of the eye of the storm, like there was this tower moment, everything crushed down, maybe due to Corona. As I said, this is probably for some of you a reading about Corona in specific, not for all of you. So this whole thing hit you, like crazy. You are driving yourself nuts. You can't see any exit, you feel completely overwhelmed probably. But the way that something that would help you is, first of all, love, right? It is always good to radiate love, right? And to surround yourself with loving people and thoughts, right? And loving energy. And also what you should do is find a life purpose. Pile number 2. I like that. Find a life purpose. Find people who support you. If not maybe your parents do not support you at all. Maybe your parents are guilty in whatsoever way. Maybe they really treated you bad when you have been a child, like maybe abuse was involved or whatever. I don't know. Let's get not too much into individual dramas, because I read for a lot of people, as you know. Let's just say, yes, you have no good connection with your family and stuff like that. And this is okay. I mean, we can just leave it here and it is how it is, right? But what would really help you now, since you came to this reading in order to hear some kind of advice, what would really help you is find your soul family. This is not always necessarily the family that you were born in, okay? Especially if your dad or mom is already dead, and this is the case for some of you, and maybe you never had the chance for reconciliation to a 100%, so to say, but still, it's not too late to find your soul family, okay? Your soul tribe. Mind-like people, and this is connected with your life purpose as well, right? These people, people who love you, people who radiate love towards your direction, people who are willing to give you a leg up and to support you, and people who really appreciate you, and people who really want to be with you, right? People where you feel secured and safe and loved, they will lead you sooner or later also to your life purpose, okay? So right now could be a very good moment to find your life purpose and to find out, what do I really want? I mean, yes, you are coming from a certain place and maybe your past was a mess, like your whole childhood, you can forget about it. It was just a tragedy, so to say. Maybe it is the case for some of you, but still it's never too late to create a new future, right? As I said, don't cry over spilled milk and believe that big happy changes are coming, okay? Your life is not done yet. Yes, maybe the first few years, like the first 20, 30, maybe 40 years for some of you in extreme cases, have been a mess and have been just a whole drama and stuff like that. But big, big, big happy changes are among its ways. And this is something positive, something that you should probably even screenshot, okay? And then, you know, like always remember yourself. Send out prayers, allow the universe to help you, allow the universe and allow your spirit team to give you support and to send you loving people, right? And these people will heal your wounds sooner or later. It's not happening overnight, right? Especially when you are coming from this kind of situation where everything crushed down and people were probably treating you really, really bad, like including betrayal and stuff like that. But still, it's never too late to focus on better things, especially knowing that changes are coming, right? Happy changes are coming. This alone is a reason to stay positive, okay? To stay positive, knowing that, hey, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And yes, probably I was living in depression and I was living way under my possibilities, you know, due to missed chances and whatnot. But now this is coming to an end, okay? Pile number 2. This is all coming to an end and you are looking into a brighter future, okay? So what should you do? Stay positive. Get off this emotional baggage that you are carrying around, okay? Stop carrying around this bag and start to become responsible, okay? Grow up. Grow up, leave the past behind, probably in extreme cases, as I said, also leave your parents behind. If this is necessary, then, I mean, one has to do what one has to do, right? Sometimes extreme situations need extreme solutions, okay? So I am a big fan of the truth, and sometimes the truth includes bad stuff, right? So there is one quote, I was hearing that a few times last week. I don't know whether I do remember it in the right way, but it's that not everything that's said is, no, how does it sound like? The truth is not always sweet, but what is sweet is not always the truth, you know, something like that. Because some people, they prefer to sugarcoat stuff in order so it tastes better. But, you know, like, shit is shit, right? Even if you sugarcoat it. It stays shit, okay? Sorry, my words, but I mean, it is how it is, right? So stop sugarcoating stuff, stop accusing people, stop putting the guilt to others, start becoming responsible, okay? And always have in mind that big happy changes are about to come, which is something so beautiful, right? Especially these days. So let's move on then to pile number 3. Pile number 3, your issue, your topic, whatever it is. This is a multiple use oracle, a new idea that I'm trying out here. So please feedback me if you like. Let's get started. Your issue, your problem, and what should you do? Okay, what should you do about your problem? Which way should you go? What kind of decisions should you make? So we have get more information. We have the card Fatum, which is fate, the fates, right? Speaking about destiny and divine timing. We have the Hierophant here and also the card Surrender. So what should you do? First of all, you should teach yourself, educate yourself, okay? And you should know, Spirit is letting you know that, hey, you are at a crossroads anyway. Okay, so basically saying there is not so much that you can do because what's meant to be will be anyways, with or without your help. Okay, and with or without your actions. So, you know, these kind of situations where you are trying and doing and making and creating and nothing is happening anyways. Do you know these kind of situations? And then you end up being totally exhausted and disappointed and stuff. Yeah, this is because of destiny. Some things are fated, you know, like some things are meant to be and others aren't meant to be. And this is where you're at right now. So Spirit is remembering you that, hey, some things in your life, they are already written. I mean, example giving, skin color. You know, you can't change your skin color. And it's not that you've purposely chosen your skin color, right? I mean, yes, on a very high spiritual level, some people say that, yes, you have chosen all your circumstances, right? You have made these choices before, you know, like you manifested your body in this world, in this 3D world, you know what I'm talking about? But bringing it down to a little bit of more mainstream level, I would say that, okay, whether you are black or brown or white is nothing that you have chosen, right? You came to this world as a baby, and well, you are either black or white or yellow. I don't know. It's just fated. Okay. You know what I mean? And this is, you are at a situation right now. Your problem is a situation where, yeah, we are talking about divine intervenence and spirituality and destiny and karma. And I can let you know that if you surrender to the situation, right, if you dare to allow the situation to unfold organically, naturally, right, if you probably would even stop manifesting and creating, then everything will, yeah, unfold in a beautiful way, okay, just in front of your own eyes. You may not be able to see it right now, okay, probably it's not time now, but it will happen. You are at a crossroad moment, okay? This is a transformation going on. Now let me give you a little advice as well about what you should not do. Okay, what should you definitely not do? Okay, to avoid all misinterpretations and misunderstandings, let's just see what should you not do. What you should not do is mourning, okay, complaining. You should never complain about your situation. Okay, stop doing that. Stop discussing, stop fighting, you know, stop blaming others, stop blaming yourself. Okay, including, right? Stop complaining, my dear. Okay, pile number 3, people, stop complaining. Maybe you don't understand life. Maybe you do not understand the lesson yet, right? Maybe if this is about Corona, maybe you really suffer from this whole situation, this quarantine, being isolated and stuff like that. Maybe you even lost your job because of Corona and you have no clue, hey, God, why is it happening? I mean, why me? Why do I have to suffer? I've never done something wrong, so why me? Why am I suffering because of Corona? I mean, what do I have to do with this Chinese virus or wherever it's coming from? I don't know. But stop complaining, you guys, okay? This is spiritual advice. Even if you have no clue about what you should do, what you should not do is complaining. Stop fighting. Stop accusing others. Stop arguing, okay? Stop discussing. Stop feeling sad for yourself, okay? And believe that there is a higher reason for everything. There is a higher reason. And if you keep on believing, if you keep on having faith, okay? And if you keep on to getting more information and to educating yourself in a good way, you know, then you will find the answers sooner or later. No, maybe not today and maybe not tomorrow and maybe not with this reading, right? But still, this reading is letting you know what you should not do. And this alone will help you a lot. If you only would stop complaining and fighting and arguing and feeling sorrow for yourself, this is already the very first step to a new future, to a more positive future and out of the pain. You know, like the thing is that a lot of people, whenever they are in a crisis, they do focus a lot to the problem, you know, instead of to the solution. And that's a pity, because that way you lose a lot of energy by being focused on the problem instead of the solution, okay? So shift your focus a little bit, pile number 3. I think this is a beautiful reading. This is, to me personally, I must say, this is one of the most beautiful messages that I've ever delivered. Don't ask me why, but this is the way I feel it, because I think faith is needed, especially in a crisis. And in a crisis as well, people do reveal their true character. Okay, this is also part of your message. Okay, maybe this is also something that you can resonate with for whatever reason, maybe not, but I just felt guided to say that as well here with this pile, okay, that in a crisis, prepare yourself to really get to know people. It's easy to be a friendly and loving person when everything is good. It's probably not so easy to stay friendly and kind and supportive if times are not good, right? So this is probably also part of your message and part of your problem and your issue and your story, pile number 3, okay? But once again, believe that there is a reason for everything. It's all fated, right? You are right now, right in the middle of a huge transformation. And if you stop complaining, if you stop feeling sorrow for yourself, this would help you a lot. Okay, so let's move on then to the final pile, which is number 4. So hello, pile number 4 people. Great to have you here. Thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing. Okay, hit the notification bell as well. That way you will get information whenever I upload a new reading. And this is now your spiritual advice about what to do. Your personal situation, whatever it is about, multiple use, you know. For some it's about love, for some it's about friendship, for some it's about money, career, corona, whatever. What should you do? Spirit is letting you know that the situation will improve. Okay, so first of all, the situation will improve, okay? There's a silver lining. And what should you do is go with the flow. No resistance anymore. Go with the flow. Relax, chill out, okay? Let it just flow. Probably there is not so much that you can do, okay? I think that you don't have to be afraid of the situation. Again, this can be about corona, but this can also be about other things, right? I feel like you will harvest, okay? You will have a good harvest. You will have a good outcome as well. You will not suffer, right? Maybe it could be that you are afraid to suffer and you are afraid of bad things to happen and stuff like that, right? Maybe you are very pessimistic about the future and everything, but I'm letting you know here with this reading that you will harvest. You will have a good harvest, okay? And also Spirit wants you to know that what can you do? You can create. You can empower yourself and you can share, right? I'm hearing sharing is important. Connecting is important. I mean, yes, I know we are in a lockdown. We are supposed to isolate ourselves and we are in a quarantine, but still you can share stuff. I'm sharing this reading with you, okay? Regardless of the quarantine. So sharing is very important to you, pile number 4, for whatever reasons. I don't know. Maybe sharing your story, sharing your ideas, sharing your gifts, your talents, right? Maybe you are a speaker, maybe you are a writer, maybe you are a singer. So find creative ways about how you can share yourself with others, regardless of the current situation, okay? So... and once again, the situation will improve, okay? So this is not only a guidance here, this is also a positive and uplifting message at the same time, okay? Because Spirit is letting you know that, hey, you know what? The situation will improve. It's about to improve already, okay? It is already happening. You are probably not able to see it right away, but just wait a little longer and you will see the first positive outcomes, okay? Once again, I feel abundance here. I feel money. I feel like this could be about career. I feel like you are supposed to empower yourself. It could also be that you are someone who is meant to work for yourself, you know, like being self-employed, being an entrepreneur. You are good with money. You are intelligent. You know what to do. You are very wise and you treat people in a very respectful ways also. And this is something, yeah, once again, that will lead you to a positive harvest. Because you are such a decent and hardworking person, okay, and someone who is sharing and kind and loving and all that stuff, this is part of the reason why you will have a good harvest. While others probably, especially right now in terms of Corona, will suffer, you will be successful, okay? So let me here, before we end this reading, this final card here is showing you something that you should definitely not do. Okay, maybe, you know, like with these first cards, you're like, okay, yes, somehow it makes sense and somehow I can resonate, but still, you know, maybe you feel like something is still missing here. Now I'm letting you know probably the missing piece, right? By telling you what you should definitely not do to solve your problem. So, yeah, you see, what you should definitely not do is war. Okay, this is the card that speaks about being at war, being bad, being malicious, you know, like being in darker energies and connecting with the shadow side. This is something that you should definitely not do. So don't you fight, don't you argue, okay? Try not to be the strongest, you know. Some people, they like to fight. Some people, they simply like to fight, okay? Whatever it is and whatever you do and you say, it's never good enough. You know what I mean? It's never good enough. Some people are simply like that. I don't know. Maybe this is a zodiac sign. Maybe this is just the character of someone, or maybe how people got raised up by their parents. I have no clue. Me personally, I'm always having a bad time when I'm surrounded with these kind of people, because I like harmony. I like to be more like focused on the solution and not so much on the war, you know. And can you see that I cannot even really pronounce that word in a good way? Yeah, because I really have a problem with it. I don't like it. I don't like this energy. If you still did not understand me and you don't know what this means here, because these are German cards, this is the thing I'm talking about. This is something that you should not do. You know, like in the 60s, John Lennon, make love, not war. Okay, this is your mantra. This is your affirmation. Make love, not war. And these two cards, isn't that so beautiful how good they fit? I mean, this is what you should do. Share and be kind and connective and stuff like that, you know. Friendliness, sharing everything that you have and stuff like that. This is something that you should do, and this is what you should not do. Okay? So maybe if you have no clue how to share something, maybe you don't even have something to share right now, okay? Maybe you're like, no, I don't have anything left, so I can't share. Then okay, don't share. It's good, okay? But stop fighting. Stop fighting and stop trying to be, you know, like the strongest and some kind of a alpha male or alpha animal, so to say, right? Because it's not helping you, it's not helping others. If you are, you know, like continuously fighting and arguing and stuff like that, okay? So even if the first message was not on point in your specific case, again, I'm reading for a lot of people, but this here is something that you can't argue about, right? Because this is a very precise advice to you, what you should not do. Drop your guards. Drop your weapons, pile number 4. Stop the fighting. Stop the arguing, okay? It is how it is, and some things and some people, places, situation, you simply can't change, no matter how hard you fight, okay? So before you lose all your energy and your power, stop the fighting, okay? Drop your weapons, pile number 4. This is your guidance. So having said this, I'm wishing you all the best. Stay healthy, you guys. Greetings to everywhere where you are listening to me: India, South Africa, Canada, United States, UK, Germany, Switzerland, wherever you are, you guys. Really appreciate your support. Wishing you all the best. We are all in this together. Always remember that the situation will improve, okay? Namaste.